Hello all, Munch here. Welcome back to another episode of my FM19 playthrough with Rangers. Today we should have the second leg of our Europa League qualifying round against St Gallen. Then Celtic away from home will also have the Europa League group stage draw. And hopefully we'll be able to get stuck into some more domestic duties like the Celtic game, Dundee, maybe St Johnstone. But we'll see. Obviously in the last episode we actually did quite well. Won all of our games, which was pretty impressive. We're currently sitting third in the Ladbrokes Premiership. Very, very exciting, and I'm looking already, trying to remember what the plan was for St Gallen. I remember now. The plan was that we were going to play a very weakened lineup against St Gallen because we were 3-0 up from the first leg, and then obviously we were going to play our first team against Rangers. We will all against Celtic. We will also be looking at midfielders during this window as well, because I do feel that we're maybe lacking a little bit in the midfield section here. I don't know, it's not so much goals. I don't know, there's something that, in all fairness, actually the entire squad could be improved. We've signed another left back in Sean Kingsley, maybe a bit more on the wings perhaps. We have got some decent players because Carl Lafferty can play out there, Scott Arfield can play, Ryan Kent. We've got a pretty decent side. Maybe I don't really need to do that much, but it just feels like we're just lacking a little bit of quality. There's got to be some value out there. Eric Bottiem looks like a good player. He's only 18 years old, and to Roseborg would cost 475 to 1.1 million. And how much we got? We got 0 left. That's the problem here. I think what we'll do is we'll start scouting a few more players, just because we've got to get ready for the kind of future as we go along. There will be players that I can't sign this year, but I will be able to sign next year, because remember, we've got a lot of players in at the moment who are on quite high wages, like Jermaine Defoe, etc., etc., who won't be here next year unless I obviously try and go and sign them. So the idea this year is really to try and make as much money as we physically can, and then use that next year. Hopefully we'll have a bit more money to use, and then we'll be able to actually make some bigger transfers. Right, let's go and do our press conference. Attend. Is complacency a worry for you ahead of this match? The team will take nothing for granted, I assure you of that. Yeah, we're strong favourites for the tie. We prepare for both matches because they're asking me about the Celtic match coming up, and obviously, have we got one eye on that? The answer is yeah, of course we do. I think we might have a good chance of winning the Scottish Premiership this year, maybe, but a lot of it comes down to how well you do against Celtic. do, but a lot of it does depend on how you come down to playing Celtic. In all fairness, oh hello, this boy looks David Kinsombi. Wow, hello. At this level, he looks very good. Defensive ball winning midfield as well. I don't really want to sign him if he's going to be playing in the same place as McCrory though, but he'd be a leading Premiership player. 1.2 to 1.8, so we won't be able to sign him this year, but he is definitely one that I might try and bring in next year. Maybe we can look at maybe turning McCrory into either a centre-back or maybe a further advanced midfielder. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, he definitely looks very good. One to keep an eye out for. So, it's the game against St Gallen. Did we actually ever... No, we only did the Rangers first team. So, we've got to trade it around a bit. Let's put in some changes then. So, James Devaney is not going to play there. We'll get Flano playing at right back today. Macaulay and Joe Worrell can play at the back. Then we'll have... we'll start playing Barisic. We might bring Kingsley on. Then we will have Kamara there. Actually, we can play Ryan Jack there because he's not played so far this season. So we'll be interested to see Ryan Jack play. Kamara can go there. Scott Arfield can play. Then we'll have Ryan Kent there. Kyle Lafferty there. And then we'll have Jermaine Defoe up front. So it's because we obviously don't have that much in the way of rotation because we haven't got the biggest squad in the world. It is a pretty changed lineup, but as you can see, the majority of these players, maybe with the exception of Arfield and Lafferty, are not in our first team. So let's give it a go and see how we get on. I just need Jermaine Defoe to start getting me some goals, because otherwise it feels like it's such a waste of money on loan. He's on quite high wages, is Defoe. I think he's on, what's he on, 26k, which is I think up there with like the best in our team. He might be the biggest earner in the team. And that's really disappointing considering the return that I'm getting from him at the moment. I'm going to certainly say I fully expect you to keep our run going in this match. Boys are a bit nonplussed really by that. Not sure if it's because they don't care or if it's just because I don't know. Anyway, let's crack on. And I've got really, let's face it, I've got one eye on the Derby game and maybe another eye look on the transfer window. We'll have a proper look at transfers after this game, I think. Maybe see what is out there for 15k. Because I think we spotted a couple of players that we might be able to get. And I think we were also selling some other players. But honestly, it's been a while. Well, it's been a while since I did the recording. So I'm trying to catch up on whereabouts we were. But I do remember that I think we were selling one of our players in order to get some money in. It's been a very dull start to the game as well. It's only 20 minutes gone and we haven't had anything. And Carl Lafferty looks like he's suffered from a twisted knee. I remember this is the one downside of Carl Lafferty is he gets injured quite easily. As Glenn McCauley heads back across the box, which wasn't the best idea I've ever seen. Barnetta into Itten and he heads it just over the bar. Good leap from the young man there, and we maybe got a bit lucky we didn't concede there. Fotheringham plays the ball out to the right back to Flanagan taking his time there, definitely. Ryan Kent now, the two ex-Liverpool players, well, I suppose technically they're still Liverpool players, linking up there. Jermaine Defoe, nice ball back there to Ryan Kent. Kent dances through. Ryan Kent, great save by the keeper though, I have to say. Stojanovic, or whatever, I think that's how you would pronounce it, with a superb save. Fair play, mate. Barisic on the corner, whips it in. Carl Lafferty doesn't quite get to it, and St Gallen clear. Now Ruiz is on the ball. That's a good tackle by Flanagan, and then he is tripped up by Ruiz. I do like it actually playing in 3D. You do get much more of a feel for the game actually than you do in 2D Classic. But 2D Classic, when I'm in the saves where I'm really trying to pay attention to the tactics, it is hard to see where all the kind of problems are in the lineup and everything. I with 3D, I don't think you get a very good shot from a tactical point of view of where your tactics are going wrong. Because obviously you can only see a certain area of the pitch. I can't see what's going on with the defence and the goalkeeper behind there, for example. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with them as Barnetta and Sierra and Quintilla pass it between them. Kamara there with a good interception. And now Defoe into Ryan Kent. Defoe's nipped round the back. Jermaine Defoe, has he got the pace to get away? He has. Jermaine Defoe. Yay! He's finally scored. Jermaine Defoe is his first goal of the season. He's walking around like Billy Big Bollocks. But I have to say it was a pretty... I don't know if it was a decent finish. It's a great run. He just laid the ball off, then went on a run. Does he go around the keeper here? No, not quite. Keeper just misses it. And Defoe there just manages to nip in and gets his first goal of the season and his first goal for Rangers. Great scenes. And that has definitely put the tie to bed, you'd like to feel, because now St Gallen need to get 4. And I can't see that happening. I can't even see them getting 1, to be fair, so... Okay, 1-0 at the break then. I'm going to give the team something to say. I'm very pleased with the way things are going, boys. Well done. I'm going to take Carl Lafferty off and I'm going to bring on Candeas on that left-hand side. And I'm also going to take off Borna Barisic and bring on Kingsley because at the moment those two are vying for that left-back spot. And so obviously if I can keep them both fit and then make an informed decision when we get towards the old firm, that's probably the best way to go about it. I remember now I was trying to look for a... well, I don't know if it was a replacement for Tavernier. I think we could just use a bit more depth. I think that's the thing for me, is that I just want a bit more depth. Maybe another winger, I think, because it's not, mind you, I'm only playing Carl Lafferty on the left because he's in really good form this year. So if he's not in good form, I wouldn't normally play him out there, and then I'd have Ryan Kent or Beck or... I don't know. I just feel like maybe we're a little bit short in terms of the attacking options. I think defensively, actually, we're quite good and we're quite well stocked. I think we've got a lot of players on loan as well. So if I can get some other players in on the cheap, maybe some free transfers and bring them in for free agents as they go very close over through Lorisol, then yeah, I think future-proofing for this side is going to be absolutely crucial during this save because, like I said, at the moment, we're kind of living off the fact that we've got a lot of loan players in. So like some of the best players I have are loan players. Lorisol, oh god, he got some swerve on that as they go and we hit it wide. It's not been the best game, but we're playing well enough here, I say that, and we've been absolutely under the cosh in the second half, and they have scored. Sylvan Hefty, what a name that is. He doesn't look very hefty. I don't know actually, he's a pretty big guy. What happened here then? Bonetta whipped the ball in, Kitten hit the ball across, and yeah, Hefty just volleyed it in. It's a good shot and a good effort. We pick up a lot of yellow cards. I think we've got real disciplinary problems. I'd like to win this game outright, boys, if that's alright by you. As Flano who gets the ball off Jermaine Defoe, skips over a challenge to Scott Arfield. Kingsley back to Arfield. Arfield, lovely ball over the wing to Ryan Kent. Kent can't get shot away, and are they going to launch a counter here? Lorsignol, I think that's how you say it. I've been saying it wrong all day. Lorsignol on the ball, whips it in. Itten, it's 2-1. No. This is not what I need before a derby. No. I'm going to take Scott Arfield off. We'll bring on Stephen Davies. Davis. Ooh. I do apologise for the yawn. I've not been sleeping too well recently, mainly probably because of the Old Firm clash coming up. I know that it's that crucial. Joe Worrell, there's not happening. Oh my god, please don't let this happen to me. Yes, Glenn Kamara. Right, Candeas to Defoe. Go on, mate. You just got to skip past one challenge. Defoe to Candeas. One more ball inside. Kamara is on. Can't miss. Glenn Kamara gets his third of the season. Tucks it away. Thank God for that. It was a poor throw-in from them. They gave it away and we counter-attacked brilliantly. I enjoyed the play between everyone. Waiting for the runners. Good ball from Defoe. Great run from Kamara. Candeas made no mistake with the pass. One touch out of his feet and then slots it into the goal. Great finish. Thank goodness for that. 3 minutes of added on time. I'll take a draw considering this is the second lineup. We got 50 seconds left to go. Are we going to nick a winner at the end here just to add a bit more gloss to the scoreline? Kingsley dinks it over the top. Poor ball there, really, in all fairness. Hefty cuts it out, and now it's Tafer. Back to Hefty. Hefty hits a long one over the top, and Ryan Kent now on the ball as we look to just keep the ball for the next few minutes, lads. Let's just see this out nicely. Flano to Worrell. And Worrell hits it long. I thought maybe Defoe might have been in there, but Ryan Kent's picked up instead. He's driving at the defence here. Great ball into Jermaine Defoe. Defoe for his second. Oh! Stojanovic with another good save. He's been quite good today, the keeper. We haven't seen that much of him on camera for him to have to make saves, but you can't really argue that the goals are his fault. He didn't do anything wrong. We get a 2-2 draw, which is not ideal, but we'll say it's okay. I'm going to say good win, boys. Well done, even though technically it's not a win. It is overall, but you know what I mean. Good. First leg triumph helps us through. We're in there. I'm going to send the assistant because I'm not going to do that. I will do the press conference, I think, before the game against Celtic because that's going to be a big one. And obviously we've got transfer deadline day as well, which is an even bigger day coming up. And it is going to be in 2 days' time. So on Saturday, 1st of September, it is the end of transfer deadline day. And more importantly, today we have the Euro Cup first stage draw, or the group stage. So let's see what we've got then, because I'm interested now. Come on, let's see who we could possibly get then. Okay, Lee Wallace is going to go off to Hull for 250k. 190k of that is going to be available from us. And I also think it's going to free up some of the wage budget. I'd love to get Neil Maupay, but I can't see that happening. Can you? Chris Hamilton looks like a player with a fair bit of potential, and you can get him for 60k, but I don't want to be lured into that. I kind of get the impression that if he's only worth 60k, he's not worth getting, and that might seem very shallow of me, but it does seem to be the truth. Right, okay, let's go for the draw then. There's a lot of groups, so we're going to skim past this. What pot are we in? Oh my god, are we in the bottom pot? Flipping hell. Alright, well, we'll just go through them then. So, Chelsea, Ludogorets, Sporting, Villarreal. We'll go through it all together. So, let's get through these and then see what some of the groups we want to avoid are. Okay, right, so automatically, don't want that group. Don't want Group A. Don't want Chelsea, Rapid Vienna, and Leipzig. Ludogorets, Feyenoord, and Burnley might not be too bad. Sporting, Copenhagen, and Rennes wouldn't be awful. Villarreal, Apoel, and Partizan wouldn't be bad. I don't really want Lazio, Frankfurt, and Betis. That doesn't sound like fun. Neither does Zenit Milan and Bordeaux. I think those are the only really bad ones, actually. The rest of it I can probably deal with. There's not Group A. And we don't get them. Torpedo get them from Georgia. We're going through here. Who have we got? Oh, Aberdeen got drawn against in the Lazio one. That's a bit of a shame for them. We've got Bayer Leverkusen, Karabag, and Malmo. Okay. That's not too bad. Leverkusen will be tough, obviously. But the rest of the group? The rest of the group is not that bad. Yeah, I can live with that. I think there's... Yeah. No, I think... Yeah. Okay. I'm not too worried about that, actually. Strange as it might sound, but I'm not actually worried about that at all. Right, let's have a look then and see what we can get. Is there anything we can do on this final day of the season? Let's have a look at the scouted players and see what the crack is. Who's this boy then? Thomas Gaidu. Yeah, see, he's only a Liga unplayer. I keep going back to some of these players because I've scouted so many players. I'm finding it hard to remember which ones that we were actually looking at and thinking no or yes. So I don't want any of the ones there that are... I know we're after a striker, but let's see if there's anywhere else we can get him for a good value deal. I don't really mind where they play. I just want to see if there's anywhere we can get him for some good value. Jed Steer's not a bad shout, maybe as an understudy to Alan McGregor. I think this one was one we were looking at. Saeed Samir, 29-year-old Egyptian, and he looks like he has some pretty decent attributes. It's always important you say attributes and not stats. I reckon we might have a go at this boy. See if we can get him in. So what we got to work with, 199k and 27k of wage budget. I'm going to try it. Let's try it. So let's go. He's a player I've never seen before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 200k, percentage of next sale, go 25%. They don't like that, they want 375. I'll go 250, percentage of next sale at 35. 300? Come on, we can get it down a bit further. Okay, 300. It's 100k over the budget that we got right now, but I think there might be enough room to move that around. Who's this boy then as well? Julian Masson. Yeah, he looks decent. But not probably as good as what we've got already. I like some of the centre-back options that we've got. I just kind of think... that maybe we could just do a little bit of added quality. Plus, maybe this is a chance for us to be able to get rid of some of them. Ones that I don't want. I do like kind of gold. I do like Joe Worrell as well. I just think I don't want to end up being able to play Glenn McCauley. I think that's essentially what it comes down to, is that I don't think it's a particularly good signing, having Glenn McCauley. Right, so Samir has accepted, or they've accepted the offer for Samir for 300k. I'm going to file those promises. He can be a first team player. We'll negotiate the contract. Right, okay, this is good. He actually wants less than I thought. We might be able to get away with this quite nicely. I'm going to knock down the signing on fee. We'll go 120k. We'll give his agent 100k. And then what we're going to do, my favourite one, we'll do Team of the Year bonus, and we're going to give him the biggest bonus we can, because the likelihood of him getting it is pretty much not there. He says it's a disappointing start to the negotiations, so 7k won't do it. 7.5. Okay, he's coming down a bit. Let's go 8k. My lowest would be 8.5, I think. And he's accepted it. Lovely. Right, okay. Let's see if we can get him in. Oh, bugger, I forgot about that. He's going to need a work permit, isn't he? He's not played enough games for his country. We'll appeal it, but I can't see it working, which I think means that we're not going to make any more signings. Which is disappointing. Yeah, we'll cancel the transfer. I'd rather save the money until January. Maybe by then we'll be in a better financial position if we do well in the Europa League. Which is... Oh, mate. If I'd known that Victor Anachabi was available, I would have got him. Look at that. Mind you, he'll probably be injured for the majority of the season. He usually is. No, I can't be bothered to do the Euro Cup press conference. I'm just looking forward to the Old Firm. This is a massive game for us. Monthly financial update. How have we lost 148 grand? Got 20 million pounds in the bank overall. It's not bad. Player wages is probably where the majority of it's gone, but I've been trying to cut that down. Ali McCoy says, reminding everyone what an important game it is, and yeah, couldn't go wrong there. We'll have a look through Celtic's team in a bit, because obviously they're going to be our main rivals pretty much throughout the save. I'm going to say I'll make the changes required in order to win, and then we'll go for all this. Kieran Tierney is the player I need to watch out for. I'm not going to say Celtic are going to win this the season, otherwise I'll be chased out of Glasgow very quickly. Board are pleased with the management of my team. They're happy with the 7-0 win against Scoopy, but they're a little bit upset with the defeat to Aberdeen, as was I, in all fairness. You're not the only ones. We'll have a check on the dynamics later as well, because... well, we should, because I need to know how the team is getting on. This is a big game already. We're both pretty much level pegging at the moment, so this is a big game. I just don't like the fact that the first one was at Celtic Park. I would have preferred it if my first game against Celtic had been at Ibrox, just because it would give us an additional boost. Before anything actually here as well, I'm going to change the team lineup again. Let's get, because I want to get the team lineup proper. So when I do my, because sometimes you'll find that when you're doing the pre-match team talk, whatever it's called, the preparing you for it all, what they'll start talking about is they'll start giving certain players individual sort of instructions. So I want to make sure that before we go out, they actually all know the instructions, and the players that are going to actually be playing know what they're doing. We'll put in there. We'll get Joe Worrell on the bench instead of Glenn McCauley. Scott Arthur's got to be on the bench as well. So I'd say Ryan Jackoff. Yeah, I think that'll do. That'll do. So let's do that, then I'll hand over. Sorry if I went quiet there. I was actually focusing on what I was doing for a change. I just needed to make sure. So settle, available for opposition instructions. This is going to be a big game, and there's all likelihood here that this is all going to kick off, because notoriously the Old Firm derby can get a little bit heated, so it's going to get a bit interesting. We've actually not lost a game, but they have. Obviously, I mean, we lost at Aberdeen, but in our last 5 we haven't lost a game, but they have, so they're in strong form. But sorry, we're in strong form, whereas they're in kind of decent form. I think we're going to have to go back to the original team then. So McGregor's in goal, Barisic, Katic, Goldson and Tavernier make up the back four. And you've got McCrory, Davis and Koulibaly in the middle. Lafferty is out on the left. Morelos is going to be playing up front. I'll put him as the advanced forward actually. And then Beck is going to be on the right hand side. This is a big, big game. And I want to go out and I want to attack them. They may have better players, but I'm hoping Passion will get us through this. We're looking at their team. Then Craig Gorm, we all know about him. Boyat is obviously a very decent footballer. I mean, look at this on this level compared to what we've got to work with. That's ridiculous. Toljan is solid, but not spectacular. He's on loan from Borussia Dortmund. Then you've got Kieran Tierney, who's amazing. Benkovic is solid. McGregor's a very good player as well. Callum McGregor, you look at that. Passing at 15, first touch 16. Determination is quite high. Then you got the knob that is Scott Brown, who I don't like him. So I'm here with you all Rangers fans. It's something that we do have in common. I really don't like Scott Brown. I thoroughly dislike him. Tom Rogic is a good player. Sinclair, Edouard, and Bio up front. Vakun Issouf Bio. Yeah, he looks very good. Concerning here, but we've got a pretty decent team ourselves. So I'm going to passionately say. We are the underdogs, saying that suits us down to the ground. Let's go out there and cause an upset. Didn't really get everyone on board. Got a little bit more of a reaction there. Let's ask the assistant. Phone a friend. I'm not doing the tunnel one. We'll watch the build up to this as we come out to Celtic Park, because it is quite a big stadium. Let's not lie, and there's too much green for my liking. Not on the pitch though. We like a green pitch. Come on, boys. Let's see what we can do. Let's get pumped up. Come on. I just take getting beaten here. Even not just getting away with a result would be amazing. As we look like we're doing the early pressing here. Koulibaly, good ball into Beck. Beck hits it. Oof! That would have been some way to introduce yourself to the fans there. To get your first goal for the club in an Old Firm derby with an absolute whirly. Sounds pretty decent to me. Oh no, Scott Sinclair's over a free kick. He whips it in. Tom Rogic heads it wide. I thought he might have been offside. Clearly not. Very, very exciting start to the game already. Blurmin, Norbert. This is tense already, actually, I have to say. It's been very, very even so far. If anything, actually, we've been slightly the better team here. Look at this. We've got possession. We've got more shots. It's just... when I say about it being even, I always talk about it in terms of highlights. Because obviously, for me, those are the key moments in the game. Stats essentially don't really mean much if you can't what if they don't result in anything? Do you know what I mean? It's fair enough for me to sit back and say, oh, we dominated the game, but how many highlights did we have in comparison to the other team? Because those are the moments that matter. Do you know what I mean? Speaking of which, Sinclair's over the ball, whips it in. Oh my god, is it cleared? Oh yes, thank god we got away with it there. We managed to get away without conceding a goal. I thought he was given a pen. I really thought he'd given a pen there. And then there'd probably be like riots. You know what I've forgotten to do? I've forgotten to put a bloody winger on the bench. I've forgotten to put Ryan Kent on the bench. So Carl Lafferty's going to have to last the whole game. Pretty tepid, actually, is the word I would use for an Old Firm derby. 0-0, but I tell you what, I would take it. I'm going to pass this down. Please, you're playing that. Let's keep it up, because we've been, statistically, the better team. It's just the fact that we haven't got a goal to show for it, which is what annoys me. But it'd be one hell of a way to endear myself to the fans if we can come away with an Old Firm win in our first game. Or in my first game against Celtic. That would be pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure quite a lot of people would like that. I know I bloody well would. No better way to endear yourself to people than smashing their biggest rivals. I think I used the wrong thing when I said show some passion there. But it looks like Neil Lennon buggered up his one as well, because he's disinterested his entire team. Carl Lafferty over a free kick. Whips it in. Edouard clears it. Only as far as Morelos. Oh no, don't you dare get us on the break. Oh, they've given it away to Kyle. Lafferty. Morelos hits it. Oh! Alfredo Morelos makes it 1-0 to Rangers at Celtic Park. And you can tell how much that meant to him. Him and Lafferty link up. What a goal. Poor ball there. And we just catch them on the break. They're so slow to react. And Morelos puts on the afterburners. As Kieran Tierney's found out of position, Craig Gordon has to save it. He has to save it. But it's the sheer power of Morelos' strike gets him through. Get in! And he's been booked, probably for over-exacerbating celebrations. Magic scenes. Oh, don't you dare. Scott Sinclair whips it in. Benkovic heads it away. Scott Brown misses it. Barisic blocks it. Incredible scenes. We're going to go from positive to balanced, and then we're going to shout, and then we're going to praise the boys as well, because it's been a very good game. We've played so well. Sinclair down the right-hand side whips it, gets it away from Scott Brown. Katic absolutely hoofs it clear. Well done, my son. Oh god, Kieran Tierney throws it in, Koulibaly heads it clear, Magic, Beck heads it clear, but only as far as Scott Brown, not him. Scott Brown with a flipping absolute magical shot. It's his third goal of the season. Be off with you. I mean, we just gave it to him. Beck, it's a header to nowhere. He would have been better taking it down. I mean, like, MikeRo's got no chance with that. It's an absolute cannon from Scott Brown. And I've gone back to positive. Can't believe it. I cannot believe that. They don't deserve that at all. And we're starting to pick up yellows. It's getting a bit heated. I'm going to take Koulibaly off and we're going to bring on Scott Arfield. And I might take off Barisic, and I'm going to bring on Kingsley as well, just to make sure we don't get anyone sent off. I'm going to take the gamble and leave Morelos on a yellow, but that's because he's been playing so well today, and obviously got us our goal. Come on, Scott Sinclair, good header away there. We got it away from Boyata. McGregor hits it. Great save by the other McGregor. Sorry, Edouard was offside. Come on, boys. Let's just make it to 90 minutes now. Celtic have had a much better second half, even though we took the lead. Since we went 1-0 up, it looks like it shot them into life. 4 minutes to go. We just need to avoid defeat here. We got a corner. Stephen Davis whips it in. Benkovic clears. Katic heads it in. Morelos. Great save. Oh, I don't believe it. It was an action-packed second half. I'll give it that. And we've done well there. I'll happily come away with a 1-1. I'm going to passionately tell the boys, well, lads, you proved a lot of people wrong today. McGregor didn't like that, but you know what, mate? If you're the only one that's not happy, that's your business, man. Unbelievable. 1-1. Leaves us fifth in the Ladbrokes Premiership, but we've had a couple of really difficult games against Aberdeen and against Celtic. And we'll have one more today, I think, against Dundee, but obviously there's an international break on the in-between, so this is where I have to bore you for the best part of 10 minutes this week. Actually, you know what we will do while we're here? I'm going to sort out the training. Yeah, we'll sort out the training, actually. Let's do that while we're here, because I said once we've got the kind of settled fixtures, we'll do it. So I always go into the calendar. I just do it via this. So I quite like rotating it around, and I always focus on the things that I'm really interested in. So ball retention is one, chance conversion is another, because I'm a very attack-minded coach. I try and get a lot of what we are best at. I try and get a lot of them, those kind of, what's the word? Those kind of sessions in. So if we're very good at attacking, I'll do a lot of attacking coaching, because that's what I'm prepared for. But if it's coming up to like a big game, like the Celtic one, for example, then I'd probably go and I'd start doing a bit more defence. Because we're playing against Dundee, I'm only going to have one defending in there. I'm going to keep working on our chance conversion and creation. I will, with the Bayer Leverkusen game, we'll work a little bit more on the defensive side of things. So we'll mix up with some tactical and some technical. I rarely do physical if I can help it, while we got a lot of games, because obviously that knackers the players out a lot more. But the recovery one is actually quite useful to use at the end of some of the days, I found, because obviously it helps with the conditioning. This boy is a must, actually, I have to say. David Kinsombi is a must. If I can get him in, I'd be absolutely delighted, because he looks like an absolute must-have. An absolute must-have, Kinsombi. Maybe, I don't really want to sell MikeRo though. Oh no, we've got Euro Cup squad registration as well. Fortunately, I haven't actually brought anyone else in, so it's not that bad. So it means that I can pretty much just use the same players that I had beforehand. I'm gonna... Can I do any more? No, I can't. Right, okay, we'll confirm that. Maybe one of the things I really do need to work on for next year then is, as you can tell from that, I don't have a lot of sort of like prime young Scottish talents, and maybe that's what I need to work on and get some more in, because I'm hoping that we'll never really be out of Europe in the save. We're always going to be in the Europa League or in the Champions League. So if we are in both of them, then obviously I'm going to need to meet registration rules, and some of those have got to be about the Scottish quota, and so therefore I have to try and pick out, if I can, the best Scottish talent and pick them out quite young, so we can obviously get them into the academy early and then train them up so that they look like they're trained by the club. That's got to be the best way to do it, I think. That's the only way that I think I can do it. So when I buy from foreign clubs, I need to make sure that the player is probably going to be a leading player for us, or at least a very, very decent player. Like the ones they've got in for us now, like Koulibaly is obviously a very good footballer. Jermaine Defoe is a very good footballer, and so is Joe Worrell. All of them are quite high standard loans. So those kind of things I can understand, and that's what we need to focus on, I think. I've noticed that we've had the best goals conceded in there as well. We've conceded the least goals, only 2 in our 4 games so far. Has it been 4? It has been 4. So yeah, we're doing okay actually. The one thing I will say is that we are lacking a little bit maybe going forward. We're not creating as many chances as I would like. So I think I need to start working on maybe finding us an out-and-out attacking midfielder, or a playmaker, or a Trequiesta, something of that variety. That's someone that's going to unpick a lock and start kind of dictating the tempo of games. That's what I really need to look for, I think, and that's something maybe for us to address in January. We'll obviously be scouting in the meantime. Actually, can I have a look at my scouting assignments again? Let's see. So if I go scouting... John Souttar's a player I would quite like in the team. He's a very good player. Chris Salvador looks solid. We've got a few more players from Africa that have come in. Let's go to assignments then. Who's not got an assignment? Lars Masoko does. I might... John Brown doesn't look like a good scout. Surely I can get better than that. Let's see if I can get a better bloke than that. Come on, surely. I've done that wrong. Yeah, let's up those to 15. Right, okay. Tanino Cruz would be absolutely superb. 16 and 18. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him in. They might not let me because I think we've got more scouts than we actually need. So when that happens, we go back to staff, and I'm gonna say scouts allowed. Let's increase it. Yes, good. I've increased the amount of... Sorry about that. That would have been bad for headphone users. The number of scouts at the club has now increased to 7. So therefore, I should have enough ability to, or enough room to be able to get him in. Because Tanino Cruz would be superb. Then what I'll do is I'll send him out looking for the next great attacking midfielder that will come our way. It also hopefully allows me to get some better scouts in as well. Because I think there was another guy in there that I wasn't particularly impressed with. I don't really need a director of football. let's not worry about that. If we get Tenino Cruz in, I think that'll be a good enough start, and then we'll worry about the other scouts. Maybe we'll have a bit. I want to give them a year, see what they come up with. If they come up with some good players and stuff, I'm happy to keep the same scouting network. If they kind of come up with some absolute duds, then I'm less inclined to sort of keep them on. So we'll probably have a bit more of a reshuffle. I think next year seems to be the best time to do it. At least Scotland won against Albania there. I could see that they smashed them 3-1. Oh, forgot. I'm beginning to think that Morelos is quite injury prone. He's out for 5 to 6 weeks. This is becoming a problem now. It's becoming a real problem. He's a very good footballer when he's fit, but he's rarely ever fit for me. And that's becoming a bit of a problem. Why do you have to get all injured away on international duty? I've lost my key man. Looks like Alfredo Morris will miss the Betfred Cup Quarter Final. Forget that, mate. It's more about the fact that I've got bloody... I need more than that. Tenino Cruz has joined. Superb. Is this still a free transfer window? I gotta send him on an intensive language course. And Borna Barisic is also injured. God's sake. Right, we'll go into the scouting then. And let's set... Yeah, I know all about Chris Salvador. I know about that goalkeeper. Let's set Tenino Cruz an assignment. So we'll go into here. Tenino Cruz. And then let's go first team player. Actually, let's go hot prospect. Let's go hot prospect. And I want it to be an attacking midfielder. Can play as any position selected. So we'll go anywhere on this left hand side. So let's go region. Let's just go continent, shall we? Let's go continent. Go south. Let's just go South America. No, that's not actually. Forget that. Continent. Well, let's go region. Let's go region, and let's go UK and Ireland. We'll actually get him checking out the UK and Ireland. Let's see what he comes up with in terms of players that we might be able to nick from other teams. Because if it's a player from a big club, we might be able to get them in on loan. And then if it's a player from a kind of lower Scottish League team or a lower English League team, we might be able to coax them up here. I know that Tony Villena would be a star player for most Ladbrokes Premier League sides, but there's no way on earth I can afford him. If I could, I would, but I can't. I just need more money. Let's do the old press conference. Oh, is this guy? I like the media to think, because they're less likely to cause you pain and start stirring up stuff. I don't know who this guy is. Mitchell Candlin. I'll scout him. He's from Walsall for 120 quid. Heading's pretty decent. 6 foot. Looks alright. I won't be discussing any stories today, sorry. Been a bit of a break, it's not been ideal. I don't care about Jim's squad. I don't like getting it. Then it always makes it sound like you're having an argument with the manager when actually you're just being nice, and then they always like twist it to make it sound like you were being a sarcastic knob. And I wasn't. Gonna hand it over to my assistant for that. St Mirren v Celtic. Celtic won 2-0. Okay, so Celtic still doing their bit. Realise that Hearts won again, so at the moment they are absolutely flying. So, and then we're gonna. Yeah, we'll set them all for the reserves, so the reserves can have a bit of a run out. Oh, that was the under-18s. Ah, well. Right, okay. So we've got our game against Dundee. Hearts to play Motherwell, so that's quite a tricky game. They're really poor. They've lost 4 on the bounce, but we are without Morelos, which is an issue. Carl Lafferty can go up front, and then I'm going to put Ryan Kent on. And I'm going to get Isakson on as well. So let's get him on the bench so he gives us a little bit more attacking impetus as well. I don't really want to take Glenn Kamara off. I might take Scott Arfield off for this, actually, because he's not been that impressive. And then we'll take Barisic off and bring on Kingsley. And there you go, I can put Arfield on the bench for that bit. So it's pretty much the same lineup as last time, obviously, except Ryan Kent comes in for the injured Morelos, and Carl Lafferty is going up front. With 8 goals to his name this season, he is the man I'm putting my hopes on to do the job today. They're playing a 4-4-2. Kenny Miller. What a legend. What a legend he is. I don't know why we're playing the weird kit today. I'm going to say assertively... It seems to should be winning this match without any issues at all. I always find that sounds like quite complacent. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, just go out there and you'll do the job. So let's see if the boys do respond to it in the way that I'm hoping that they do, not in that respect. There I am, by the way, in my very swanky pink blazer and white trousers. You don't have to visualise it for real, because I don't own a pink blazer or white trousers for that matter, unless it's fancy dress, in which case I'll do it. Or if we get to maybe if we get to a final. If we get to a Champions League final, I will wear that. I will wear the pink shirt, the pink blazer, the black tie, and the white trousers. All on camera. Deal. You heard it here first. That's if I can afford it, which I'm hoping I will be able to. It's been quite a quiet start again. No highlights of any note, but we are dominating the match, as you would expect. I've asked the boys to get a bit more creative, and finally, it's brought a highlight from it. It's Carl Lafferty. Plays it back. Kingsley swings the ball in. Tavernier on the ball here. Tavernier. Oh, looks like it's a penalty. Kirkland's done it. He didn't bring down Tavernier at all. I thought it looked like a really good tackle. We've gotten away with that. Kyle Lafferty's going to step up to finish this. Come on, Kyle. For your ninth for the season, mate. He makes no mistake. We're a little bit lucky that was given there. He didn't look like, from here anyway, that he brought down James Tavernier. So we got a little bit lucky, but we've made the most of it, and that's what matters. Good finish from Kyle Lafferty. Well done, mate. Happy days. And that takes us up to third in the table, hanging on to the coattails of Celtic. They've scored 10 goals, and we've only scored 5, so they've scored double the amount that we have. But the important thing is that we are doing it when it matters. We are getting results out of the lack of goals because we're not conceding many. Touch wood. If any of you got that joke, we can be friends. I've demanded a little bit more from the team. And Motherwell are beating Hearts. Ross McCormack with the goal. So Hearts are falling back into the clutches of everyone here. Although that goal from Motherwell has now pushed us down to 4th rather than 3rd, which is a little bit upsetting. But we can only do what we can do. I don't care if we win every game 1-0 to the end of the season. The most important thing is that we win. And we keep on moving like 5 did. When the rainy days are dying, gotta keep on trying. All the bees and birds are flying. 1-0 at half time. I'm going to say, please keep up what you're doing. Ryan Kent's going to come off. We're going to bring on Isaacson. And I'm also going to take off Stephen Davis because he's quite tired. And on comes Scotty Arfield. It'd be nice to see if we can get Isaacson a goal and just give him some minutes, because obviously we brought him in on a free. He's only 17 years old, but he could be one of the best players in the squad going forward. I just want to give him game time. I don't like buying young players just for the sake of it and then not actually giving them a chance to impress me, because it is a bit like, well, what's the point in doing it? If you never see the fruits of your labour, what's the point? I'm always happy to throw them in straight away. And frankly, I think he probably will be good enough for this league. I just wish that it could get some end products. But I suppose that's only going to come with time. You can't expect it straight away. Do you know what I mean? It's been quite a poor performance, really, for all the shots and all the domination we've shown in terms of the stats, and the fact that we are 1-0 up. It is still only 1-0, and we haven't really done much. Some of the signings, by that I mean Beck, because he's the only one I think that we've made, he's not really shown me a lot. I've barely seen him since we signed him, but he's played quite a lot of minutes. Kingsley into Isaacson. Here we go, on camera. Lovely ball back there to Arfield. He finds Koulibaly. Koulibaly back to Isaacson. That's not the best ball from Isaacson there, I have to say. And fortunately, they don't have anybody forward. As James Tavernier gets on the ball, plays to Connor Goldson. As we play it out from the back, McCrory back to Goldson. This is good possession-based football. I like it. McCrory to Goldson. This has got to go wide at some point, you'd think. He's just hit a bit of an aim, this one. But Beck is on the ball now. Maybe you heard what I was saying about not seeing enough of him on camera. He chips onto the back post. Isaacson heads it. Oh, goalie just heads it off the line. It was a decent header, to be fair. Didn't have that much power on it. But we made the keeper work there. Our two new signings combining. Tavernier over the free kick, whips it in. Isaacson nearly there. He looks like quite a danger with his head. Beck out to Tavernier. Again, gets onto his right foot. It's got to be a decent ball in. It is. Lafferty nearly gets up for it. Scott Arfield, is he going to hit it? He is. Miles over the bar. Absolutely spooned that. Really, really poor. I expected better from you, Scott. Nearly 10 minutes to go. And we've not really done a lot in this game, but it looks like we will be going to a 1-0 victory, although there is a highlight here is something else going to come of this? As Beck gets on the ball, gives it away there. Koulibaly missed the pass, and now Nelson's on the ball. Oh, please don't do this to me. Curran, no, please don't. Nelson, someone win the ball back, please. He's under pressure here, Curran. We're forcing him back nicely. But Horsfield's on the ball, finds Kerr. Horsfield moves on the ball. Lovely ball from McGowan. They're in round the back. Kerr whips it in. Great save by McGregor. Thank God for that. Jesus. So poor there. I'm going to take Koulibaly off and I'm going to bring Glenn Kamara on. And then we're going to swap Kamara and Arfield because Kamara's better suited to playing a deep line playmaker role. As McGowan hits it, Miller hits it. Oh my God, it's bouncing everywhere. We're all over the place at the back there. Throwing ourselves in the way of it. And we are being efficient, I think it's safe to say. We're not playing particularly well, we are just being efficient. As Nikola Katic gets himself a yellow card, it wouldn't be us if we didn't get at least 2 yellow cards a game. 3 minutes of added on time against 9th place Dundee. Is 1-0 really what you want to be looking at? Maybe, considering we don't have our best player in Morelos, but you'd still expect us to do better. Isaksen's not had a good game since he came on, to be fair. All I've seen him do is give the ball away, apart from that header. But we win 1-0. That's the most important thing. I'm a little bit disappointed it was only 1, but we'll do it. So we got away with that today. You were really poor out there. It's upset a few players, but that's the truth of it. Do you know what I mean? It's like we should be doing so much better there. But it has kept us in 3rd. We are just behind Celtic, and I'm pleased to see us shoot up the table. And we've got Bayer Leverkusen next, but I won't show that in today's episode. That will be in the next one of the complete playthrough series, I think. Now that kind of transfer windows and all that are out of the way, we can literally just focus on all the gameplay. I want to try and keep the videos to around about half an hour long, maybe 35 minutes long, but keep them coming out maybe a bit more regularly so we can get through the save a little bit quicker. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe. Make sure that you stay in touch with this series and also check out some of the other series on the channel. They're kind of edited to be a bit more fun than this one. This is just more of a walkthrough, if you like. Let me know how you think I'm doing in the comments section, or if there's anything you change. Am I a bit too passive during matches? Let me know. Please do like, share and subscribe, and until I see you in the next episode, stay cool.